December means 24 drams in 24 days. Today is day 10 and we're chugging our way into the double digits. Time for me to go seek this bottle out of the Flaviar Advent Calendar box and get ready for the tasting. I've managed to extract day 10 from the box without looking at the label, so let's do this. Welcome to Whisky Riffs. If you're new here, I'm Kevin, and we are on day 10 of my Advent Calendar for 2021. And each of these days, I have a 50 milliliter bottle that I'm going to pour half of into this glass so I can do a blind tasting in front of you and then save half for later so I can taste it again to see if I really love this whiskey or if my first impression may be right or a little bit wrong. I'll let you look at the bottle, but it has the country of origin on it, and that's part of the blind tasting that I'm doing. I'm going to guess the country. I've been more wrong than right about this, but at least you know ahead of me if I'm on the right track or not. When I'm done tasting, I have the Flaviar tasting booklet, which will let me know if I'm at least a little bit on target with some of these guesses. I grab this glass and get started on the tasting. I like the sweet notes on this one. Yesterday's was not sweet at all. I'd like to take back yesterday altogether because I even had some audio problems. I've checked the mic this time though. We're good to go. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, I'm going to say the first thing that comes to my head because I didn't do that yesterday and I should have. I'm going to say that this is more like a Japanese whiskey. Right off the bat, I'm just going to say Japan. Putting myself out there. This is really early in the tasting and nosing process. But I just feel it. I feel it in my bones. Because I really think this is malted, and I think there's some nice citrus notes in here, and some vanilla. It doesn't seem like it's too heavy in ABV. It's just a pleasant, not overly sweet, but somewhat sweet nose. Wow. Okay, that first taste was not very spicy at all, which probably means the ABV is a little low. Not much of a finish at all. I'm getting vanilla, I'm getting some berry notes, but it's so gentle on the taste. It's a very slight finish to it. Maybe leaves me with a little bit of chocolate taste and a little bit of spice. But the spice is delayed. When I first took that taste, it wasn't there right up front like some of the other whiskeys I've had in this. Sorry, you're not probably tasting this along with me. But if you are, I'd like to hear about that in the comments. If you actually have the Flaviar Advent Calendar or have you tried any in the past, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. This is just nice and sweet, subtle fruits, a little bit of citrus. Now there's enough spiciness on subsequent tastes that maybe we are dealing with a little higher ABV than I tasted originally. Just doesn't seem like a high proof whiskey. I think the oiler whiskeys are the ones that have that really long finish. More often than not, they have a casking that gives you that finish like a port or a sherry finish that draws out that length of the flavors. All right, I'm going with the Japanese single malt. Day 10 is... So this is a whiskey I've never had before. It's a single malt whiskey. Hey, that's pretty good. It's 46% ABV, so that's about what I expected. And it's called Lavalier. It's an Irish whiskey, single malt. They're talking about vanilla, toasted notes, dried fruit, some warm caramel. What's the difference between warm and cold caramel? It's caramel. The same flavor. I don't understand that note. Almonds, plums. Yeah, I'll agree with that. I've never had this though. If you've had the Lavalier Irish single malt whiskey, I'd love to hear your notes in the comments. And if you're liking this Advent Calendar series, I'd certainly love to get a like on this video because it really helps spread it around YouTube. Gets more of our community growing and watching these videos, and that's always a good feeling. Speaking of good feelings, until day 11, take care of yourself. Take care of those people around you, and cheers.